Hi there, my name is Drew, and if we haven't met before, welcome to ReadyBudgetGo. If this isn't your first visit, welcome back. Either way, I'm glad you're here. It's Tuesday, so I've got the Green Lantern binder and the Batman binder. I'm going to be doing the Celebration Savings Challenge over here, and all of my regular savings challenges over here. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go! I'm going to get started in the Green Lantern binder, but before I do, I just want to mention that I am pre-filming. I am going out of town this coming week as I'm filming this to visit my new hometown in Ohio, and so as part of that, I need to make sure that I get all these videos recorded before I leave. And I'm busy at home. So I got the dishwasher running. So if you hear that in the background, I apologize. I know last week it was the washer dryer. This week it's the dishwasher, but I got to do what I can. Okay, so this week we are going to finish February in the Celebration Savings book. And let's turn over to that. So I've got two more here to scratch on this side. And I think I'm actually prepared this week, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, so we've got $2 there. And $5 there. So total of $7 for this page. I'm going to get this cleaned up here. Okay, 5 and 7. And then over here we've got 3d6 dice rolls. So we have a 4, a 6, and a 4. So that's going to be $14. $14 plus, pardon my reach here, 7 is 21. So I'm going to put this back, grab a 20 and a 1, and then I need to fill in 3 hearts here, and that will be for the color and save, $5 each, so another 15. So let me grab that, 10 and 5. So it'll be $36 going in this week. And I should have started pre-filling these in. I need a little more light here. There we go. So next week we'll be working on March, and the year is flying, and I'm still getting used to saying 2026. I catch myself saying 2025 a lot still, so I'm still on last year, and we're already almost 2 full months into this year. You know, this kind of partial fill is probably how I should have colored all of them. I kind of like that, but too late now. Well, I suppose I could just leave them like that, but that would hurt my brain, so. Plus, this way I can make sure I go outside the lines, which I just love to do, apparently. Okay, so $36 for this week. Let's see what that brought the February total up to. $20, $35, and $36. Okay, so this is the money from all the previous months. Excuse me. So February got us 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 25, 30, 2, 3, and 4. 134. So let's see. 50, 70, 90, 100. There's a better way to do this, but this is the way that I'm doing it. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. And go figure, as soon as you start recording, you get a frog in your throat. I drank water, I took all the precautions before I turned on the camera, and didn't help. Okay. So that is going to be for February. $134. So for now, I'm just going to leave that loose in here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to add this to the rest of the year, and let's see what we've done so far. Why not? Because I can probably consolidate more. In fact, I know I can. Okay, so far for the year, 100, 200, 300, 400, and 50, 70, 90, 510, 520, 2, 4, 6, 7, $527. And when I say for the year, I started this in, I think, November of last year. So this is really after 4 months. So let me get a 500 placeholder. So there's 400, 50, 70, 90, 500. We'll put all of this back. And get out a 500 placeholder from the Sea Life collection here. Actually, you know what? For the celebration savings, we're going luxury. I'm going to take one of the luxury placeholders. Let me just grab one here. 200, 1,000. This must be a 500 here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So 500, 20, 2, 4, 6, 7. So I'm going to swap 2 2s and a 1 for a 5. Okay. So that is everything condensed. That is for the year so far. Well, the November, December, January, and February. Okay, so that is it for this book. I'm going to move the paperclip over to March. We'll take a sneak peek at that spread. March is Aquamarine, and we celebrate St. Patrick's Day on the 17th. Aquamarine is the birthstone for March. All right, so that is it for the Celebration Savings book. Let me get out the Batman binder, and we'll start working on those savings challenges here next. All right, here's the Batman binder, and before I jump into it, I have 2 other things that I want to talk about. First, I am going to be saving a little bit less in the book this week because the paint by sticker is at $335. And the reason it's at $335 is that the page that I'm working on currently, which is the Taj Mahal, has 217 stickers. So there's 17 over because I do 50 stickers a week. So I'm pulling in those 17 stickers for this week so that I don't end up with a remainder at the end and have to scramble in the last week. I want to be intentional about that. So that brings my weekly savings from 250 to 335 in that book. Consequently, I'm doing only one $40 spot in the 1 through 40 challenge and only one in the 2026. So that's $60 less than I have been saving, and everything else I'll have to make up for it elsewhere. The other thing that I want to mention just real quick is that I have new thank yous for my Etsy and Ko-fi orders. And so this is what they look like. So it has the link to my YouTube page, to my Etsy shop, and to my Ko-fi page. And then on the back is a $100 placeholder. So it's just similar to the other one. The other one was also a $100 placeholder, but this is my usual style in placeholder. And the reason that I kept these aside is because these got a little bit scuffed up at the printer, so I just pulled them out. I'm not going to send these to someone as a thank you because they're scuffed. They were like the first and last in the bundle. So, but I'll use them as placeholders. I don't mind. Okay, so now let's jump into the Batman binder. And the first challenge up, as always, is the 1 through 40 challenge. This is from Eva at Budget Your Life. If you know the story from the 1 through 40, then you already know. If not, go ahead and check out her channel, especially her Thursday lives. They are always, excuse me, they're always a ton of fun. So mark off 40 there. And we'll add 40 in here. And it looks like we can get another 100 placeholder. So I'm going to put back this 50. And a 10, and we'll take out one of the new placeholders, 100. So we're at $600, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left. And the reason that this is going to come out to a different amount than what was intended is because I did this 40, I did this 40, I did this 40. So every 40 on the page I saved for it, because why wouldn't you, right? Okay, next up is this little mummy challenge. This is also from Eva. and I got this as part of a order that I placed back in October. So there are 3 spots left. I'm going to roll a d6. 1, 2, and 3. Scratch right here. It's a mystery save, but all the numbers have been pretty reasonable so far, so that's $3, and that's what's going to go into the envelope this week. Clean this up. Okay. 2 and 3. And based on what I've already scratched, that should bring the total up to 14. Let's double check here. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, so I'm going to swap these 2 ones for a 2. And the challenge goes back in. And I will write down that I saved $3 on that challenge. The reason that I track, if you haven't been watching my channel or if you're new to my Tuesday videos, is because I want to make sure that I am saving exactly $650 each week, or at least that much without going too far over. Okay, so I don't have my regular marker, so I'm just going to use one of these. Totally fine. I'm only marking off the racetracks this time through, or at least that's what I'm calling them, these ovals. The next time through, I will mark off the 2s, and the next time through after that, I will mark off the 0s. So I get 3 uses out of this challenge. I like getting the most that I can out of my challenges. This challenge was a giveaway, a freebie from my Etsy shop, and I did this in the last 3 months of last year, so there will be a new one in 2026 for 2027. Okay, so I need to add $20, and it looks like I can't condense anything, so I'm just going to drop a 20 in here, and that brings the total to 350, 70, 80. And this challenge saves $520. Well, $520 each time through. Okay, 7 Virtues is up next. That is a scratch-off challenge. And I'm going to do quite a few of these this week, I think, for reasons that I will explain later. So these are double-sided scratch-off challenges. Each one has a Heavenly Virtue on one side and the corresponding Deadly Sin on the other. The Heavenly Virtue side saves $50. The Deadly Sin side saves $25. So we're going to do number 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That is Wrath and Patience. I'm going to roll for good or bad. So we're doing the Deadly Sin because it came up odd. And we're going to scratch number 1. So right here. And that's $3. Okay. Let's go again. Number 2. So 1 and 2. This is Gratitude and Envy. Even, so we're doing the Virtue. Number 3. 1, 2, 3. $7. $5 and 7. Actually, I can put this 3 back and take out a 10, so let me do that here. 2, 1 for a 10. I'm going to try to put about $20 into this challenge this week. Okay, number 1, so we're staying here. And we're going to the Deadly Sin. And we're scratching number 1. This is the first one we're scratching on Envy, which is represented by a serpent in this set. So $3. So I'm going to take that same 2 and 1 back. And let's see where we're going next. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is Chastity and Lust. Chastity is doves, lust is a rabbit. It's odd, so we're doing the lusty rabbit. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. $1. Okay, put a 1 back, take a 2. Go again. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is Diligence and Sloth. Odd, so we're doing with Sin, that is Sloth. Number 2, 1 and 2. $2. Okay, going again. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we're back to wrath and patience. Number 5, so we're on the sin. Number 2, 1 and 2. And $3. And I think that's where I'm going to stop. That is plenty for the week. Not quite to 20, but that's okay. So let's see. 2, 3. So I'm going to put back 2 2s and a 1 for a 5. So $19. I could go one more time, but that's enough scratching for one challenge for this week. Okay. So we'll set those aside. And let's see what's in the envelope. There we go. Oops. Oh, goodness. Come on, you. Pardon my reach here. So far we have 100, 20, 40, 50, 5, 7, 9, 61. So I'm going to keep it 10. And this $51 I'm going to put back for a 50. Thank you, Eva, from Budget Your Life, and a 1. So still 161. This challenge altogether saves $525, I believe. $75 times 6. Right? $75 times 6. No, $600? I can't remember. Okay, but at any rate, 161. Okay, up next, no, there's 7. So 75 times 7, whatever that is. That's 525, I believe. Yeah. Okay, Totally 80s is next. Let me get the scratchers out. So here they are, all 10 of them. And I need a D10 to tell me which one I'm doing here. And I better keep up with my record keeping here. All right, so that was $19. Let me get out a D10. We're going to number 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's Bite Me. Roll the D10 again. Number 2, 1 and 2. $7. And I might try for 20 in this challenge as well. Number 1, that's Oh Snap. Ooh, I didn't clean that up. Let me do that so I don't have shavings all over the place. Okay. So number 1 is Oh Snap, and let's roll to see which one we're going to scratch. Number 3, 1, 2, and 3. This challenge is available on my Etsy shop, and if you get the physical challenge from me, it will have regular stickers on it. These were 1-inch stickers that I cut in half. It's $2. Just to see how it would look, and I didn't like it, so I went back to the smaller stickers. Okay, number 9. That is upside down is what it is. That is Don't Have a Cow. Let's roll a D6 and see which one we're going to scratch. Number 3, 1, 2, and 3. $2 again. Okay. I am going to go one more time here. Number 10. Number 10 is No Duh. Roll a D6. Number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $9. There it is. Okay. That was the big number we were looking for. So let me put 2 back and grab 11. 10, 11. And actually, I can grab $20. 10, 15, 17, 19, 20. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Done with that challenge. And let me get out the Batman binder here. So in the 80s, which is a $500 challenge, we have 100, 20, 40, 62, 63. And I am not going to worry about condensing that because it wouldn't get me that far. Okay. Next is going to be destination savings. So let me get out those cards and let's see where we're headed this week. We are going to Montreal. And I'm going to do the most expensive one, which is the hotel for $8. And I'm just going to do one this week. This one doesn't have all that many spaces on it. I mean, there's a lot of cards, but I like doing a different one each week. So I want to make this last, so I'm just going to do the one. Okay, so $8 is going to go in. Montreal will go to the bottom. Once I get all the way through the deck, I will shuffle it again so they're in a different order the next time through. And this one is also available on my Etsy shop. Currently, it is physical only, but digitals are coming. My March launch for Etsy will be all digital. If there's something that you've been having your eye on that you want in digital and right now it's physical only, stay tuned because it is probably coming to digital. Okay, so 100, 200, 25, 7, 9, 30. So I'm going to take all this business for a 10. What I can tell you for sure is that Save the Plates will be coming to digital and Destination Savings will be coming to digital, and there may be others. Sorry, I know there's others. Let's see, Cute Machine will be digital. Anyway, all of that will launch at the end of March, so make sure that you stay tuned for that. And I may even do drops in March as I get things done. Okay, Save the Plate, speaking of, is up next. So let me get those cards out. And let's see where we're heading this week. We are going to North Dakota. Okay, let's roll a d6. Number 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are right here at the end. That is going to be $1. I'm going to get out a dark blue marker. Fill that in. Let me get a little more light here so I can see how far outside the lines I'm going. And there's no way the next time I get this card that I'm going to remember which marker I use, so that adds to the fun. Okay. $1. Let's go somewhere else. From North Dakota, we are going to Utah. Not too terribly far away. I knew it was going to be the one. I could feel it in my bones. Okay. Well, we might be on this challenge for a while. So let's color in this one. And yep, right outside the lines. That's okay. Okay. Next, we're going to Texas. Okay. And in Texas, number 1, $5. Get out a 5. Gonna get out a black Sharpie. Ooh, this Sharpie's toast. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it just hit a dry patch or something. Okay. Does not want to cover. Here we go. Okay, let's go to another one. We'll do one more here. And Maryland. Okay. Number 1 again, another $1. There's always a 1. If you know, you know. And yeah, I think this pen is toast. Let me see if I've got the black Ohuhu in here. I do. There we go. That's better. Of course, it doesn't like to mix with the Sharpie ink, but that's okay. Okay. So one more dollar. So I'm going to have $8 going in to save the plates. This is a $1,500 challenge. Here we go. This one's also available on Ko-fi at a significant discount because there was the first printing that had an issue with Alaska, got a ghost print on it. So if you're fine with that, then you can get it at a fantastic discount. Okay, so inside Save the Plates, I put this money in the wrong order. So far, we have 100, 10, 15, 17, 18. So like I say, this is a long, slow-burning challenge. Okay, up next is going to be Save by Color. So let me get out the rainbow dice and we'll do some rolling for the Save by Color and the rainbow dice. All right, I've got the Save by Color cards out and I've got the rainbow D6 dice out. So let me pick all of these up and give them all a roll. Oh, I'm definitely rolling these again. Okay, so I need the dry erase marker. Red is a 1. Good, we needed that. We've only got one of those so far. Orange is a 2. Yellow is a 5. Last 5 for yellow. Green is a 2. Blue is a 6. And purple is a 4. Okay, so we've got 10, 15, 17, 19, $20 for roll number 1. Let's get it roll number 2. Oh my goodness. Okay. Looks like it's going to be about $24, but that's only if we don't have to re-roll anything. So red is a 2. That's the last 2 for red. Orange is a 6. Yellow is a 6. Green is a 4. Blue is a 4. And we have to re-roll that one. And purple is a 2. So that is now a 3 for blue. Okay. So we have $10, $23. 22 and 3. So a total of $43 is going into this challenge this week. Let's see what's already in here. Okay, so we have 500, 20, 40, 60, 2, 3, and 4. $564. So I'm going to swap the 2 ones for a 2. And I will swap the 3 20s for a 50 and a 10, just because I'm already swapping. So we are more than halfway, because the total on this side is $1,008. Okay, so I need to write down $43. I did go back and catch up with everything that I hadn't been writing down. $43. Up next is rainbow dice, so let me take those out. Everything but the dashboard, I don't really need that. There we go. So there's 2 rolls left, and we'll see, depending on what the dice do, if I do the second roll or if I just do the 1. All right. So here's these. We've got a purple D3, a blue D4, a green D6, a yellow D5, or D8, sorry, an orange D10, and a red D12. Okay, so the D3 rolled 2. The D4 rolled 4. The D6 rolled 4. The D8 rolled 2. The D10 rolled 6. And the D12 rolled 7. So that is 7, 9, 15, 19, 21, $25. And I think I'm just going to stick on... you know what? Let's go ahead and let's finish it. Why not? So I need $25, and then we'll roll them again, and please, D12, be gentle. But let's see what happens in roll number 2. I might end up saving a whole lot of money this week. We'll see. Yep. So the D12 rolled a 10. Thank you. The D10 rolled a 9. Of course it did. The D8 rolled a 1. Saving grace. D6 rolled a 6. Sure did. D4 rolled a 3. And the D2, or the D3 rolled a 2. Okay. So for this roll, I owe 15, 25, 31. So instead of 31, I'm going to put 20 back and take 51. And then let's see how much this saved altogether. I will clean these off and start over next week. This one is available on my Etsy shop. I will say, however, that if you want this set of dice, these were in very limited supply, these D3s that look like this. So when I run out, I can't get any more that look like this. They might be a D6 that just have 3 faces on them. But for now, it is still available. As you were seeing this, I am on my trip, so my Etsy shop is still open. Everything is available, but the production times are extended. Okay, so even though everything is like ready to go, I'm not home to ship anything. So, okay, so this challenge saved us 100, 50, 200, 20, 30, 43. 243. Not too bad. And of course, I forgot to write down that first number. That first number was 25. And then this was 36, 15, 25, 31. Because this was a 2. Plus 31 for a total of 56. Okay. All right, so I will put these back. I will erase these. By the way, and I've shown this before, but I can't remember if it was on this video or another video, if you need to erase dry erase marker and it's not erasing because it's been in there so long, I mean, I can even use a cloth and I would have to like rub and rub and rub and it's still not coming off. Go ahead, get out your dry erase marker, right over the spot that you want to erase, then get out your rag or your finger, whatever, and it comes right off. So just a tip there. For if you do use dry erase marker and once you've used it, you end up with that residue that won't come off. Okay, Corny Sayings should be next. However, I cannot find the rest of this series that I had out for myself. I mean, I still have them in stock for my Etsy shop, but my set has gone missing, and I worry that I ended up packing it because I've already started packing for the move. So until I find the rest of this set, this one is on hiatus, but I'm going to leave it in here and we'll come back to it when I find the rest of the set, which might be a while if it's after the move. So I'll move this to the back after this week. Okay, 12 Days of Christmas. Let's do that one. So that is another scratch-off challenge. Get all these dice out of the way because I need the big die that has only 7 through 12 on it. Because I only have, I think, 4 of these left to scratch on. So I have the 11, the 12, the 10, and the 7 is done. So I only have 3 left. So I need a 10, an 11, or a 12. 7, 8, getting closer, 8, 9, oh my goodness, 9, 9, 12. Okay. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left. So let me roll a d8. I'm just going to borrow the one from the Rainbow Challenge here. Number 7. So that will be this one. Let's give that a scratch. That's going to be $3. Okay, so 2 and 3. Let's go again. 11. So there's only 2 left on this one. I'm going to do eeny, meeny, miny, mo. $9. Okay, and I think I'm going to stop there. So $12 will be going in this week. Put one back, take a 10. And set these to the side. And let's see what's going on with the 12 days. This is a $500 challenge available in my Etsy shop. 10 and 2. So far this challenge has 1, 2, 3, 410, 12, 14, 15. So we'll take back the 2 2s and a 1 for a 5. So nearly there, $85 more left to go, and that challenge will be complete. This is not going to Christmas, but you certainly could if you wanted to. This is just going into my emergency fund right now. That is the goal that I'm working on. Okay, next up is going to be the 12 face cards. Let me get those out here, and I need a D12. These are all in order, I think. Yes. So let's again steal the one from the Rainbow Challenge. So we're going to do number 11, which is the Queen of Clubs, Lady Argea. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me get out a D6. Number 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. $4. So we'll go again here. 2 and 4. Number 11. Okay, we're going to stay where we are. Number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $10. Okay, there's that. Go one more time. Number 10, the Jack of Clubs, Sir Lancelot. And there's quite a few here. There's 7, so let me roll the D8. Number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $12. Oh yes, that sounds like a stopping point to me. So let's see. If I put 14 back and I add 12, that's 26. So that is what I'm going to pull out. So 25, 26. That is what is going in here this week. Okay. Need to remember to add 12 for the 12 days of Christmas. All right, so far this challenge has in it, make sure I got all the cash out, 500, 600, and 50, 70, 90, 710, 15, 17, 18. So I need to swap all of this. Here we go. For 110. There's a 100 and a 10. And everything's upside down. And discombobulated. Okay, so now 500, 600, 700, 10, 15, 17, 18. Perfect. Okay. And I wrote down 12, and I don't know why I did that. So I am going to go calculate the total of how much I have saved. I will fix this, and then that will tell me how much to put in the Sparkle Challenge. And I'm also going to say I messed up on that Sparkle Challenge. So I'll go over that here in just a sec. Okay, so now I'm onto the Sparkle savings, and I use this as kind of a catch-all, or realistically a catch-up. So I always fall short of my goal by some amount, and then I use the Sparkle Challenge to put in whatever will get me to my goal. So far, from everything else that I've done tonight, plus the paint by sticker that video will come out tomorrow, that's $626. And so I need to be at 651, so I need $25 more. So I am going to, I think I've got a 25 on here. I do. I am just going to mark that off. And I'm going to put in $25, and then I want to talk a little bit about this challenge. But let me put in the $25 first. Oh my goodness, I'm at another, well, you know what, this time it's just going to be, no, I'm going to do it. Instead of 25, I will put in 30. I'll put back 70 and take out another one hundo. Okay, so $1,100 in this challenge so far, and let me mark off a 5. There we go. So we'll mark off that one. So this is going to be $30. So the total is going to be $656. So that is what will go into my savings account this week for my emergency fund. But I want to talk about this challenge. Now, this challenge has been available on my Etsy shop for quite a while, for a few months at least, and nobody has said anything, but I noticed last week that something was askew, and perhaps now that you're looking at it, you may be able to tell what it is. But if not, I will explain it. So the intent is that this is a $1,500 challenge, and you save $100 in the red, $200 in the yellow, $300 in the green, $400 in the blue, and $500 is in the purple. If you still haven't caught on to what I did wrong, let's do some math here. So this is 5, 10, 15, 20. So one line is $20. 20, 40, 60, 80. So I am missing either a row or a column, either one. So I needed to add 4 more either vertically or horizontally to get it to $100. So this one actually saves 80. This one saves 160. This one saves 240. This one saves 320. And this one saves 400. So 25, 50, 75, 100, 100, 200, 300, 400. So I don't quite know what I'm going to do. I did pull these down from my Etsy shop. There's at least one imperfect one left up on Ko-fi just because it's already imperfect. But yeah, so I need to figure that out. I will re-release this with the actual amounts at some point. That won't be anytime soon just because of the move and everything else going on, but I will fix this. I can't believe that I did that because I am usually pretty good about double checking, proofreading before I send anything off to the printer. When I do send things off to the printer, they send me a soft proof, which means they send me a PDF saying this is what we're printing, and I look at that and I just missed it. So anyway, mea culpa there, but I will fix it. I will bring out a new version that has the correct amounts at some point because I like this challenge. I like the design of it. I like that it has the nice placeholders on the back. I like the way that it feels. It's got that nice slick matte coating. So yeah, anyway, that is all for this week. That is my $656 that is going into my savings account for my emergency fund. I always talk about how much is in that emergency fund on my Friday video, the weekly reel. So make sure that you tune in for that this Friday. Tomorrow I'll be back with the sticker book and another episode of My Money Relaunch. And then next week, Monday, game night, Tuesday, back here for more fun with the savings challenges. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up. Drop me a comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until I see you in the next one, take care.